If you have a recent Mac Mini or Mac Pro, chances are it'll work with pretty much any monitor out there. Some monitors are a bit better suited for Mac users, including USB-C connectivity, making it easy to connect your Mac to the monitor. Also, macOS works best with monitors with around 110 or 220 ppi pixel density, as it affects the scaling of some user interface elements. As such, our recommendations will prioritize optimal performance over connectivity options, so some of the picks may not include a USB-C port. We've tested over 190 monitors, and below are our recommendations for the best monitors for Mac to purchase. Check out our recommendations for the best monitors for MacBook Pro, the best ultrawide monitors, and the best 34 inches plus monitors. A quick note before we start: due to numerous complaints of compatibility issues and Dell's unwillingness to offer support to those affected, we removed all Dell monitors from our list of recommendations for the time being and until the situation resolves. All the links to find the best prices of all the products mentioned in this video will be in the video description below. All the products mentioned in this video are in no exact order, so be sure to stay tuned till the end so you don't miss anything. First up, we have the Asus ProArt Display Pi278CV. The best monitor for Mac Mini we've tested is the Asus ProArt Display Pi278CV. It's a newer version of our budget pick. The Asus ProArt Display Pi278QV comes with a few improvements like a USB-C input. It has a 27 inches in plane switching panel with a 1440p resolution and 75Hz refresh rate. The slight increase in refresh rate isn't much, but it does make navigating the desktop environment feel just a bit more responsive than a typical 60Hz panel. The ergonomics are fantastic, as it allows for all manner of adjustments, making it easier to place the screen in an ideal viewing position. It has wide viewing angles so that you don't lose image accuracy when viewing from the side, and it gets bright enough to combat glare in most lighting conditions. Designed for content creators, it has full sRGB coverage and excellent accuracy out of the box. Its Adobe RGB coverage is good, but it might not be enough for professional photo editors. Unfortunately, it doesn't support HDR. The backlight is only flicker-free at maximum brightness, but the flicker frequency at lower brightness levels is so high that it shouldn't be noticeable to most people. In addition to its USB-C input, it has 4 other USB 3 ports, 2 of which are on the side of the screen for easy access. Overall, this is a great monitor for the Mac Mini and one that should please most people. Up next, we have the LG 27GP83B-B. If you're a photo editor and need something with better coverage of the Adobe RGB color space, then check out the LG 27GP83B-B. It has much worse ergonomics than the Asus ProArt Display Pi278CV, so it may be harder to place in an ideal viewing position if you don't buy a mounting arm. However, the LG also has extra gaming features if you want to game with it, like a 165Hz refresh rate, variable refresh rate support, and a quick response time. There aren't any USB-C ports, but there's one USB input. The 27GP83B-B has HDR support, but it doesn't deliver the best HDR experience because of its low contrast, so blacks look gray in a dark room. If you want the best monitor for Mac Mini, you should be happy with the Asus. But if you need a wider SDR color gamut, then check out the LG. Up next, we have the LG 38WN95C-W. The best monitor for Mac Mini with an ultra-wide screen is the LG 38WN95C-W. It has a curved screen and 21:9 aspect ratio, giving you a ton of space to work with a more immersive feel. It's especially great for multitasking, allowing you to open multiple windows side by side. Due to its size, it can't rotate into portrait mode, but it offers tilt, swivel, and height adjustments so you can set it to your ideal viewing position. It gets very bright, enough to overcome glare in most lighting conditions. It also has great HDR brightness as far as monitors go, so it can bring out highlights in HDR content. On top of that, it also has a wide color gamut. Its HDR performance is good with great coverage of the DCI-P3 color space used in most HDR content. Its SDR color gamut is remarkable, with full coverage of the sRGB color space and excellent coverage of the wider Adobe RGB used by content creators. That said, it has a low contrast ratio, making blacks appear closer to gray in the dark. While it also has a local dimming feature, it's pretty terrible and doesn't improve the image much. On the upside, it has other features that make productivity a breeze, including 2 USB 3 ports and a USB-C port with Thunderbolt 3. It also has built-in speakers and a picture-by-picture mode. All in all, this is among the best ultrawide monitors we've tested for the Mac Mini. Next, we have the Asus Pro Art Display PI278QV. The best monitor for Mac Mini if you're on a budget is the Asus Pro Art Display PI278QV. It's an older version of the Asus Pro Art Display PI278CV but without a USB-C input, which explains its more budget-friendly price. Like its successor, it's also a 1440p in plane switching display with a 75Hz refresh rate. It has wide viewing angles, good reflection handling, and gets bright enough to fight glare, even in very well-lit environments. Color accuracy is good out of the box. It has near full sRGB coverage, but its Adobe RGB coverage is only decent and might not be good enough for professionals in print media. It has excellent gradient handling and there are no signs of color bleed. If you want to play games, it has great response times and VRR support to reduce screen tearing. While the lack of a USB-C input is disappointing, it does provide 4 USB 3 ports and a USB-B upstream port, which means you can plug your peripherals into the monitor. Unfortunately, there's no HDR support, which we expect for a budget productivity monitor. Lastly, it has a flicker-free backlight that helps reduce eye strain on long workdays. So, if you need USB-C input and you can afford to spend a bit more, it's probably best to go with the newer version, but this is still a great choice if you're shopping on a tighter budget. If you want something that supports HDR, then consider the Gigabyte M27Q. It has a BGR subpixel layout, which is different from the RGB layout on the Asus Pro Art Display PI278QV, and not all programs support it. So text may look a bit blurry on some macOS programs. If that doesn't bother you, the M27Q offers a ton of features like a USB-C input that supports DisplayPort Alt mode and a KVM feature that allows you to control 2 devices using one set of a mouse and keyboard. It performs well in bright environments because it has great peak brightness and decent reflection handling. Our unit has fantastic out-of-the-box color accuracy too, but this can vary. It displays a wide color gamut for HDR, but since it has low contrast, it's not a good choice for darkroom viewing. If you're in the market for the best monitor for Mac Mini, and you're on a budget, you can't go wrong with the Asus. However, if you need basic HDR support, then the Gigabyte is a good alternative. Our recommendations are based on what we think are the best monitors for a Mac Mini or a Mac that are currently available. They are adapted to be valid for most people in each price range. Alright guys, that is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave a like. If you are new to the channel and like the video, please consider subscribing. We do our best to keep you up to date with the best products on the market right now. So if you want to stay current regarding these products, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to check out the video description for links to find the most up-to-date pricing regarding the products mentioned in this video. I hope you have a great day and I will see you back here for the next video.